you! That voice. Oh.
What are you still doing hanging around here, huh?
Well, you see, this is my assistant.
Are you here to object our investigation and make me into the laughingstock?
Sebastian, I believe obstruct is the word you're looking for. In a way, I think his expression was apt. A pleasure meeting you again. Judge Courtney, I know, you are Simon Keyes, defense attorney, are you not? Well then, let's skip the formalities and celebrate our happy reunion with a hug. Oh, gonna hit him. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we don't hug. It's fine. It's there. Incidentally, I heard you mention an assistant a moment ago. Yeah, we're assistants at the Edgeworth Law Offices. Prosecutors are civil servants. To open a side business is to betray the goddess of law. As long as profit is not our objective, there shouldn't be a problem, right? Yeah, that's it. Miles here is a volunteer worker. The purpose of my office isn't to make money. We're pro bono. Pro bono, you know, defense attorneys taking on cases where we don't make money. A business model I've seen around with some popular lawyers. What a wonderful heart you have, defending others without demanding payment. I do have an amazing charitable heart. More importantly, I'd like you to explain your reasons for arresting Simon Keyes. There's no need to.
Is that a challenge against me? A challenge?
No, I was speaking with Judge Courtney.
I guess it can't be helped. If you want to take on the best, you will fall like the rest.
I haven't said anything yet, but this is convenient. Then I will hear you out. What were your reasons for arresting Mr. Keyes? I see no need to inform you. Sebastian, let us...
Just watch, Justine. Watch as I run around in circles against this useless prosecutor.
I think you mean run circles around me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Running in circles. Prepare yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
Reasons for arrest.
So, you want to know my reasons for arresting that man? The answer is simple. Yes, we found traces of that guy over there. How's that? Perfectly simple. Perfectly decisive. Right? Of course I was the first to notice it, because I'm the best.
How am I supposed to go about pressing that?
How's that? Got nothing to say? Speechless in my presence?
Oh, this guy sure talks a lot. So, you're the one who arrested Mr. Keyes, I take it. Mr. DeBest, do you have the right to do such a thing?
Well, obviously, it was the police who carried out the arrest. But since it was under my direction, shouldn't it also count as my arrest?
As I expected, it'd be difficult to deal with both of them at the same time. However, her silence is troubling me. Just what is she thinking?
So, you want to know my reasons for arresting that man?
I'll sing them to you! Let's get one thing clear. You do know who you arrested, right?
What? Do you take me for a fool? The one I arrested was Simon Keyes. No doubt about it.
I expected you'd at least understand that much.
Obviously, we had a fatal reason for arresting Simon.
Really, that's quite a surprise. So, what is this fatal reason for the arrest?
Are you attempting to lure information out of me through flattery? 'Cause it's working! A good strategy, but I'm afraid it won't work on me.
You have found vital evidence implicating Simon Keys. That's what Sebastian was trying to say. Not fatal, vital.
Yes! So because of this fatal vital evidence, fatal and vital, important and deadly, I had Simon arrested. The answer is simple. Yes, we found traces of that guy over there.
Hold it! Traces? Like they drew a line around them? That guy over there, that's certainly vague.
Well, don't they say, the best hears one thing and understands 10?
You're just being lazy. Explain it more clearly. Sebastian, if it's all right with you, would you please explain it to them in more detail? I'm sure that everyone wants to hear everything you have to say.
All right, if you insist, Justine. We discovered that. Perhaps you didn't know, but the victim carried a chessboard with him. From it, we found that suspect Simon Keys' fingerprints.
Well done, Sebastian. I bless you on behalf of the goddess of law. Please amend your testimony. Are you all right with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Yes.
The victim carried a chessboard. From it, we found Simon Keys' fingerprints.
Hold it! Surely it wasn't you who discovered the fingerprints.
Hey, I'm just a prosecutor, aren't I? I leave that stuff to the forensics team.
These fingerprints could be a problem, but wasn't the chessboard originally? Maybe I should take another look at the evidence.
How's that? Perfectly simple, perfectly decisive, right?
Let's just press it. Let's see what all they have to say. Even though it's pretty clearly that previous piece of evidence that we're going to go to. What's perfectly simple and decisive is how flimsy your testimony is.
What are you saying? You just can't keep up with my train of thought.
It may be presumptuous of me, but allow me to explain. The fingerprints found at the scene belong to the guards and the prisoners. And the only ones that should not have existed belonged to Simon Keys.
Yes, exactly. Do you get it now, Mr. Edgeworth?
The real question is, do you get it? Because you're going to get it.
The other prints belong to the victims and the guards. Yes, only Simon's prints are unnatural.
If there are other people's fingerprints, then there should be more suspects.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
And why is that? Certainly, if not for Simon Keys' prints, there would have been more suspects. However, his fingerprints should not have existed.
Oh, that's right. After all, Simon is
neither a prisoner nor a guard, so naturally he wouldn't have been allowed into the prison. And yet he left his fingerprints. I think that's enough reason for an arrest, wouldn't you say? No.
Yes, well done, Justine.
You're welcome. This is some really, really crappy thinking, but okay.
Of course I was the first to notice it because I'm the best.
The best. It's my name. My name's the best. First one to notice. Do you have any proof?
I noticed it the very instant I saw the crime scene. Faster than the speed of light. That's the best kind of proof.
And what does that prove?
You still don't understand. But don't feel too bad. You're simply not the best. Unlike me, who is the best.
I don't think I want to understand. Okay,
my reasoning is faster than light. It'd take you a light year to get it. In short, I am the best.
But a light year is a measurement of distance, not time. I'm just gonna keep pressing things because it amuses me. You do realize that a light year is not a measurement of time. Boom!
Oh.
But a year is time?
Right? Sebastian, a light year is a unit of distance. All right! right! Ah!
What? This isn't the time for this? What is he saying?
He's really vague and hard to understand.
First, I'll have to teach him how to speak a language people can understand.
Teach it to him, Professor Edgeworth.
Knock it into his skull! Okay, so we're gonna go to... The victim carried a chessboard from where we found Simon Key's fingerprints, and I think chessboard, portable folding chessboard belonging to Knightley. Simon brought it to him at his request. Can we check this out, actually? You can open it from there. Hurry up and open it. Why are you getting so excited?
What are you saying? Doesn't everyone get excited when they're opening a box?
I think that probably applies to you only. There's no way you could run an entire YouTube channel off of just taking things out of boxes. No one would watch it. Not a single person. What do you mean millions of people? Interesting. I'm not sure if this is really relevant, but these are chess pieces, right? Yeah? Right? I saw something similar in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? But the pieces here are black and white? Those are the correct colors. My pieces were custom made.
Custom made? That sounds like treasure to me.
Her eyes are sparkling. Does she intend to steal it? Don't steal my chess set. I like it, but it's not that expensive. Alright, well, I'm not sure if this is useful, but I enjoyed doing it. And isn't that what really matters? I'm gonna try just presenting this, because Simon asked for it. Objection! Yeah, I like that music. Stop. Fingerprints found on the chessboard. Is that the ace up your sleeve?
Ace in my sleeve? Oh, ace up my sleeve! I don't understand that metaphor. Yes, the methods I use are always the best. This ace is my trump card.
Well then, allow me to show you that it is not, in fact, a trump card at all. Simon Keyes was the one who sent this chessboard to the victim in the first place, so it's only natural some of his prints would be left on it.
Ah!
That took way too long. These fingerprints are hardly decisive evidence. Perhaps your arrest was a little too rash.
Rash.
To begin with, this incident occurred in the detention center and the prison. To suspect Simon just because he isn't a prisoner or a guard is a little unreasonable.
Ah!
What? What's with him all of a sudden?
I finally get what you're trying to say. Rash, you mean we were too quick to arrest the guy, right?
You were stuck on that? He didn't understand the word rash?
Sure, I was the first to lay eyes on him, and I was the first to notice the evidence. That was even faster. But I am not a rash. I barely itch at all. I've had this for a while, and this polyester suit has kind of been leaving some red marks, but it's not a rash. Sure, Simon Keyes isn't a guard or a prisoner, but overruled.
Sebastian. Judge Courtney.
What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that.
Pardon me, Sebastian.
Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting.
However, shouldn't you get to the best part first?
The best part?
Why don't you tell them about your wonderful reasoning regarding the murder weapon?
Good one, Justine. Nice suggestion. Mr. Edgeworth, listen to my first-rate reasoning.
Objection! Will this reasoning explain why you arrested Mr. Keyes?
I'm sure we'll meet your expectations.
Judge Courtney just changed the flow of the conversation. Just what is she planning? Okay, talk about the murder weapon.
It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, the prison maintained strict control over potentially lethal items. So that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside. Yes, it was hidden inside that chessboard. And since only the victim and the suspect's fingerprints were found on the chessboard, isn't it obvious who brought and used the murder weapon?
At least it's clearer than his last testimony.
It's the best reasoning you can get from prosecutor the best. How do you like that?
Now he's mixing up the best with his own name. But could someone really hide a weapon inside a gift sent to a prisoner?
You'll find a good place if you examine the inside of the chessboard.
Inside the chessboard? I just did that. Is there someplace to hide a weapon? Alright, let's look at it again. This time with some intent. As I thought, there are only chess pieces inside. Wow, what an annoying laugh. Inside the chessboard, huh? Perhaps I should examine it a bit further. Does this pop open? The top panel is removable. It's quite deep. Yes, there's more than enough room to hide a small knife.
Understand. Now, this is how the culprit smuggled in
Objection!
the humph. Humph? What's with the humph? I wasn't even finished.
Mr. DeBest, there is something you have forgotten. There's a gate at the entrance of the detention center.
Well, there is, but...
He means the security gates with the metal detectors, Sebastian. We had to pass through the same check when we entered the prison, remember?
Oh! Aha! Yeah, that's it! I remember now.
It looks like he completely forgot. It would be impossible to smuggle a sharp metal object into the detention center. Therefore, your reasoning never held, even from the very beginning.
Overruled!
That gate is only used on people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check. So they don't use a metal detector for that? This never should have happened. It seems the guards were too careless. Okay. Now we have a security gate.
Right. Justine, thanks for the assist.
You're welcome. Now then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, your cross-examination, if you please. Cross-examination. It's as if we were in the courtroom. Very well, his reasoning. Let's see how long it will hold up under pressure.
It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object.
Is it a sharp metal object? Do you have proof of that?
Didn't you see the victim's wound? Worthless prosecutor. The fatal blow was a stab to the throat. And a knife perfectly matches up with that. There can be no other explanation. There's no other way to damage someone's throat, so it's gotta be a knife.
It seems they don't know about that piece of information yet.
Nothing to say. Speechless, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Right, next. There's plenty more to my reasoning, so
That's definitely the thing we're gonna throw either the tape at or something like that. But let's press around a little bit and get some funny dialogue out of it.
however, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items.
Even with the strict control, there were still some items that could be used, right?
Well, yeah, things like grooming scissors.
Of course, there's more to this, right, Sebastian?
Exactly. At the time of the incident, only one was being borrowed. However, there was no reaction when we tested it for blood.
Those would be the scissors Mr. Sawt was practicing with.
So the inside of the prison was completely clear of sharp implements. So that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside.
Hold it!
Yeah, this whole thing flows out of one faulty contradiction. Can you be more specific about where it came from?
Of course I can. I didn't come from inside the prison.
Is he trying to sound smart? Simon Keys brought it in. That
That's what you mean. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you even figure that much out? I'm disappointed in you.
And you've disappointed me from the start.
So Simon brought the murder weapon. But how, you ask? Yes, it was hidden inside that chessboard.
Hold it!
No weapon was found at the crime scene, not even inside the chessboard. So where did the murder weapon disappear to? I'd like to hear your answer to that.
Well, after the crime, the culprit must have hidden it somewhere in the prison.
Is there a problem with the statement the best just made? Yes. The murder weapon is hidden inside the prison. I don't think so. It's clear from this piece of evidence. What shows they had a thorough search. That would be... Mr. DeBest and Warden Rowland searched the entire prison and could not find it. You yourself looked for it, and I thought you were the best. Have you completely forgotten your own actions? You, along with Warden Rowland, conducted a search of the prison. But you did not find the murder weapon, right?
Yep! He must have overlooked something.
This guy completely contradicted himself. You carried out such a sloppy investigation. I'm amazed that you call yourself the best.
Are you mocking me?
Sebastian. Please calm yourself. Don't get caught up in the opponent's pace.
I'm fine, Justine. Did you really think the best prosecutor would be shaken by someone miles behind him?
I wish you'd stop messing around with other people's names. Oh, in that case, Kate Faraday is far, far ahead. Huh? Yeah? Okay, don't you get caught up in this too. We don't have time for silly puns. Not in an Ace Attorney game.
Yes, if my best investigation didn't find anything, then there must not have been a single weapon in the prison. In that case, there's only one possibility. The criminal must have taken the murder weapon with him when he left the prison. So it's only natural we didn't find it in there. Yeah.
There was no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison. And this piece of evidence shows why. You can't just leave with it because there are security gates. The same reason they had to get into a package in the first place. Have you completely forgotten your own testimony?
That's twice you've insulted me.
Oh, it seems you remember what I said earlier. But you do well to remember further than that.
Oh, what's that?
But this guy, he really doesn't remember anything. It seems that way. The detention center and the prison are equipped with security gates. Anyone leaving must pass through these gates. Gates equipped with metal detectors.
Oh, that's what you...
Looks like he remembers now. Yes, there's no way someone could have brought the murder weapon through those gates. And so the criminal could not have taken it out of the prison either. So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you know where this murder weapon went to? Perhaps the weapon is still inside the prison.
But we couldn't find it anywhere in the prison.
The reason you didn't find it is because you believed it to be a sharp metal object. We saw the very moment when Mr. Knightley was attacked, after all. If you can say that much, then perhaps you could enlighten us. What would you say is the murder weapon in this case? From this piece of evidence, the murder weapon of this case becomes obvious, and that's a recording of the moment of death by a cutie pup. Record the moment the victim was attacked by a black silhouette.
Take that!
Here is footage from a security camera. It shows one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes. It's a little vague, but it's probably a puppy.
It can't be!
This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. I believe this is sufficient proof, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, this is vital evidence.
Horace Knightley was killed in the detention center by that dog. After that, the body was moved to the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen a dog in the workroom when the body was found. Of course, a dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there is someone who could have.
Overruled!
That's enough, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Judge Courtney.
It's true, this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there is something else you must prove. Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you?
It's just as she says. There's still a huge flaw in my reasoning.
If that black dog is a prisoner's pet, how was it able to move between the detention center and prison?
What will we do, Mr. Edgeworth? I still don't know how the dog managed to move from one place to the other.
I knew it!
What? You want to talk? You don't know either.
Overruled!
If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic. If this was a real courtroom, I would call for a recess now. Wait, I'm not finished yet.
Overruled!
Court has been adjourned. Leave at once. This isn't a courtroom. Well then, as I said, court is adjourned.
Objection!
I can't prove my argument, but isn't it the same case with Mr. Keyes?
Whatever do you mean?
Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center. You also don't know how Simon Keyes entered the detention center and prison. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside the prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. Show us evidence that Simon Keyes entered the prison.
Overruled!
Haha! You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige.
What? Does she really have evidence?
It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basis of your reasoning, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What is she thinking?
It seems you don't even know Simon Keyes' real occupation. He is a circus performer.
Circus performer?
Yes, have you ever heard of the Very Big Circus? It's huge.
Circus. Ah!
But of course, yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world.
Wouldn't have missed for the world? Did you have some kind of important meeting?
Oh heavens, no, I despise meetings. It was the animal show, of course. It seems you have realized. On the instant, an animal show is being performed at the prison. And the show is put on by the Very Big Circus. So then, do you mean Simon Keyes entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show? That we know for a fact.
This woman, she's been concealing this fact the whole time. She only planned to reveal it after hearing my reasoning. Come to think of it.
What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that. Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first?
Mr. DeBest was going to say it then, but she stopped him.
How do you like that, worthless prosecutor?
You didn't do anything.
Well then, now it really is time for a recess. I'll end with some advice. I'd already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor, which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget that.
What are you trying to say?
The PIC can still take away
your badge. If you value your badge, I'd advise you not to show your face before me again. Is that a threat? The goddess of law is merciful, but that doesn't mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing, I must digress. I suggest you stop with this defense attorney act. That's none of your concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I'm involved in so easily. For defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with their client is vital. It is very different from the way of the prosecutor. In any case, you didn't even know about your client's occupation. Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you. Not liking these two. Did Simon lie to us? Seems he lied to Uncle Ray too. Hey, this complicates matters. Why'd he do that? Hey, Miles, don't tell me you've got cold feet already. Courtney Pie is quite a handful, but giving up is still uncool. Defense attorney's creed is to never give up. Remember, you're my assistant. Of course, I don't plan on giving up either. It's just my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. It looks like we'll have to investigate once more. To be continued. Right when we thought we were wrapping everything up, looks like we got a twist thrown our way. Find out what happened next. Find out what happens next time. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't by now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.